Hey everybody, happy Friday. I am Vicki Edmondson. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the United States. Today we're going to make a card using the Ornate Garden Specialty Designer Series paper, and this is the design that we're going to use. This card will be going to someone that's having some medical issues and kind of had a tough time lately, so I hope it brightens her day a little bit. Okay, we're going to start out with a piece of Bumblebee cardstock that measures 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then you're going to put it in your trimmer, and you're going to put this on the 1-inch side, and you're going to cut from the score line down. And then you're going to turn it and do the same thing here from the score line down at 1 inch. So you're going to have these two little flaps that are 1 inch. You're going to cut a piece for the inside that measures 4 by 3 5/16. That will go here in the middle. We're going to be using Bumblebee ink and Early Espresso ink. We're going to use the rectangle stitch framelits, and this is the one we're going to use for our sentiment. We're going to be using this sentiment, Thinking of You, from the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set. And the Daisy Lane, this little daisy right here, is the one that I stamped on the inside of the card. We also will be using the medium daisy punch for a flower, and we also will use the Ornate Garden ribbon combo pack, and one of the colors in it is garden green, and that's what we'll be using for a bow. Okay, so you've got that done and we've got that cut. Now we're going to take a piece that measures this one measures 4 1/8 by 3 1/4, and you're going to run it through this Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. You'll see inside, well, you can see it better here. So this is what it will emboss on your paper, on your cardstock. We're going to take our multi-purpose glue. Nope, we're not going to glue that down yet. Excuse me, I just about messed up. Okay, to start with, we're going to glue these panels down. First, we want to put ribbon around that centerpiece, so I don't want to glue that down just yet. I'll show you in just a minute what we'll do with that. Okay. So we're going to put this here, center that. It's going to go on your little side panel there. And do the same thing for the other side. And these measure 7/8 by 4 1/8, both of these side panel pieces for the DSP. 7/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, now we're going to take this and glue it down to the back of our card base. I'm going to glue it right down there. So that part's going to stay closed. The only part that will lift up will be this part with your message inside. Okay, we'll lay that over. All right, now we're going to take the ribbon. Well, let's lay it out. I'm going to kind of lay it out and show you how the placement will be. We're going to have that like that. We're going to pop this up We're going to glue this down. And the little heart punch was just one that I had in my stash, and I used Bumblebee to cut that out. Use a daisy punch to do this, to cut the flower out. This is what we used that die cut for. And the sentiment we stamped in the early espresso. So it's going to go kind of like this. And then the ribbon, I want to put a piece of ribbon across here. So I'm going to lay that aside for now. I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to use some tape runner and put here on the side. I just want to make sure it's going to be straight, coming across here. Pull it back to that side. Take your snips. Snip that. Okay, now we can glue this down. And you've got a lot of peaks and valleys here, the lumps and bumps from this embossing folder. So make sure that you put plenty of glue, your multi-purpose glue, so it will stay in place. Okay. Then we're going to center this right here on this front panel of the card. Okay, and we'll just hold it there for a minute. Make sure that it's adhering well. Okay, now we're going to take some dimensionals. Use my take your pick tool here, and we're going to put the mini dimensionals on this one because it's kind of a small piece, but we are going to put 4 of them to make sure it's held in place well. I might put that one right in the middle since it's going to be adhered on this piece that has the embossing. Okay, we're going to take your pick tool and get these backings off. Okay, and we're going to put this right about there, and then I'm just going to glue this. I'm going to glue that right there, I think. Glue it down right there, just in the center, because you can take your fingernail and kind of, or your finger, and just kind of roll these up a little bit to give them a little bit of dimension. And then we're going to put the glue on the back, and we're going to place it right about there. Okay, now we're going to take this little tool that my husband made me. I call it a bow jig. If you need to make a bow, this is the best thing since sliced bread. It's a piece of wood with 2 nails in it. You're going to take your, I don't cut my ribbon off the spool so as not to waste. You turn it, you put it through one time. You're going to go, leave your tail about that long. You're going to go under, back over, and then tie your knot. I'll show you again. You're going to wrap it around the back side of the nails. You're going to go over. You're going to go under and back over, and then tie your knot right here. I'll get this through here. This is the easiest and the simplest way to tie a knot there is. I mean a bow there is. I have problems tying bows. I don't do well tying them. I've tried the bunny ear method. I've tried all kinds of methods, but they just don't work for me. So now you've got a pretty ribbon or bow, and just cut your tails off to be the length that you want them. Okay. And now you'll take a mini glue dot, and I'm going to roll it up a little bit with my fingernail because this is kind of a small bow here. We're going to press that right on the bow, the middle of the bow, and I'm going to put it off to the center right here. There you go. So you've got a nice card that was quick to make. You can use any DSP you want, any sentiment you want. You can change it to a birthday. It could be a sympathy card. Use whatever you want. Just put a little bit of ribbon on there with a bow to give it a little bit more interest in the front of the card. But you can make this card anything you want. So that's it for today. If you like this card, please view it on YouTube and give me a thumbs up. Make a comment, share it, like it. I'd love to see your comments, see what you think about it. I look forward to making these videos for you guys each week, and I hope you enjoy viewing them. If you ever have any questions or anything about what I've done, just leave me a comment. I'll be happy to get back to you. If you do not have a demonstrator in the U.S. that you already deal with, I would love to be your demonstrator and have you on my team. Just leave me a message, send me a comment, whatever, to let me know you'd like to join. Again, thank you guys. Have a great weekend.